Boston with my boys up here for a hockey go-see, so to speak. You know, a bunch of colleges looking at him and some of his buddies, and then also taking a look at some colleges around the Boston area. So I had a great day yesterday. Great day in the market, folks. We really nailed our strategic mindset and commit criteria for the week, didn't we? I said, hey, retail sales are going to come in weak throughout the week, and then Friday morning we're supposed to get a retail sales number, and I predicted that was going to be weak as well, based on our GDP numbers that we got a couple weeks ago that were awful, and then also the personal spending rate going up. So I knew retail sales was going to be a miss this week, and we threw on an iron condor based on that strategic mindset, and we're looking at a $1,200 profit or gain so far. It's not a profit until you close it. $1,200 gain in our iron condor this week. That's up 65%. Now, we're kind of wallowing around today on that number. If you feel that the market's going to sell off into the close, you might want to take your $1,200 and $1,300 now and go have a nice weekend with that. So I'm going to hang on to it a little bit more. Even as I'm speaking, we get what is called beta or time decay in this trade, and that's looking really nice. Also, the bear call spread in the urgent alert portfolio that expires next week is up $1,700. So that's looking really nice as well, with a 75% probability of making a full $2,500 profit by next Friday. So really crushing here, folks, at TGO and having a blast. And the iron condor has currently right now about a 69 to 70% probability of making nearly $2,000 by the closing bell today. So very happy with that. Not happy with this. This is awful. So it's official, guys. I changed my strategic mindset back here. I went from cautiously bullish. We predicted all of this. We've been trading the hell out of all this with a lot of success. I went from cautiously bullish. I didn't even stop at neutral, or maybe I paused at neutral. I'm bearish, guys. This is awful. This guy sounds like Nixon. Now he's throwing out the word tapes. This morning he's the president's warning Comey. He better hope there's no tapes of our conversations. Come on, man. That's it. You lost me when you called, Kim a smart cookie, and you'd be honored to meet with him. Now, I get Comey had to go, and if you had done it as soon as you got inaugurated or within the Democrats, leave the Democrats out of it, folks. Let's just talk about normal human beings, not the Democrats. Because if you had fired him right after the inauguration, there was no good time to do this, but it just seemed like now is the worst time. And the way you're reacting to it is awful. So his agenda, folks, why am I bringing up politics? First of all, I'm an American, and this disturbs me, because not only did he pick a war with the 17 intelligence agencies, so to speak, now he picked a war with the FBI. So his whole agenda is in doubt. There's no way Chuck Schumer smells blood in the water. He ain't going to give on taxes. He ain't going to give on anything else. He can be the, quote, loyal opposition party and brutally beat up Trump. I think the guy leaves, to be honest with you. I'm predicting it here. I think he's going to pick some place to declare victory, maybe just be a one-termer and be done. This is getting bad. So this adds to my bearish strategic mindset, folks. I called this the hope and change rally. This whole rally was built on the hope that Trump would get done his agenda of pro-growth, lower taxes, infrastructure spending. It all sounded good on the campaign trail. I still love all of that stuff, folks. I don't like the person. All of the ideas are great and should be implemented, but he can't do it. So guess what, folks? We're in for some trouble here. And the macroeconomic data continue to disappoint. Some inflation numbers below target. Retail sales not good. Sounds like I'm sad, but I'm actually happy because, like I said, we've been trading this perfectly, folks, and I'm very happy with it. But as an American, get ready for some badness. But here's the green shoot in all of this manure. Tech. Look at our tech position, man. We have Apple and Facebook stuff all over the place. Apple and urgent alert up $7,200. A long call diagonal with a protective put up $5,300. And here's our this is accelerated retirement. And then here's all of our Facebook trades. $12,700 at the Jan 18, that trade. This one is up $6,800 at the Jan 18. And here's a Jan 19 trade on Facebook that's up nearly 10 grand. And then we have a couple Apple trades in here as well, 73 and 53, right? And then over here in urgent alert, what do we have at Apple? those are those phantom positions. So love tech. We're seeing a lot of sector rotation this week with my members. The financials, folks, if the Trump agenda is in danger, it's bad. So in the primary live trade brief, we put on an iron condor on Goldman Sachs, try and start helping out. And then I put on an iron condor as well on JP Morgan. Got filled on that. That's up. That's essentially flat here or there. So the financials are going to move sideways, folks, until Trump gets to implement some of his policies, but it just doesn't look like he's going to. So this trade's risking $4,200 to potentially make $3,300 towards the end of May on JP Morgan. Let's take a look at the financial charts, folks. It's pictures worth a thousand words here. Let me pull this up about 3 months. There you go. So there's the he can't. This is the big healthcare moment where we realized his agenda was in danger, and then now we're kind of moving sideways, kind of like our ExxonMobil position. Let me show you Sachs. Same thing looking here, down, and then the financials are going to move sideways. So we got two of the iron condors working on our Goldman Sachs trades and JP Morgan, and in addition to us selling our front month upside call. So a lot of ways to potentially make money to cobble these together as money maybe rotates out of financials into tech. We will talk next week, ladies and gentlemen, about maybe bailing out of our financial trades if no kidding, Trump's in danger here. And just looking at the guy today or his interview with Lester Holt and some of these tweets, he looks nuts. Here's your homework for over the weekend. I want you all to watch the Caine Mutiny. Anybody ever used to watch that Caine Mutiny? It was a Broadway play made into a movie with Humphrey Bogart. Great movie. Used to watch whenever it came on. My dad and I used to drive bank and watch this. What's the Caine Mutiny? Donald Trump is Humphrey Bogart. He's the commanding officer of the USS Caine, and he's looking for strawberries. If you don't get the reference, that's your homework for the weekend, and we'll talk about it next week. The retail sales, I talked about it, miss across the board. We predicted that on Monday. Goldman Sachs, though, I meant to talk about this with my tech stuff here. Goldman Sachs boosting Apple's price target and expects the new iPhone to cost $1,000. We're putting out a stick there, or a lick, or whatever it's called. Actually, that's $1 million. I learned that up in Detroit. Or no, where the hell was that? Minneapolis. So good news out of Goldman for Apple, and we'll talk about that next week as well. Guys, I'm nervous, man. I'm liking what we're doing as far as trading. Hey, taking $1,300 and closing that right now, and having a great weekend watching the Caine Mutiny is a good weekend, or is a good week. So another great week here at TGO and our weekly options, man. We have been just shooting fish in a barrel with our weekly options program. Like I've told you, if you haven't gotten a slide here at TGO, you can just go to our homepage, topgunoptions.com, slide down to the ski soap looking stuff, and grab a 2-week test flight right here. I know a bunch of you have emailed about the lifetime membership opportunity. Our support team is going to get back to you with those opportunities, because we're just going to maybe open that up for next week, and then we'll close it. It's a win-win. You get access to everything we do here at TGO, except the Commanding Officers Club. That's a different bailiwick there. And anything we're going to do down the future. So I'll have support get back to the folks that gave us a call or shot an email to ask about the lifetime membership. So, all right, guys, have a great rest of your day. I got a good weekend of hockey ahead of me up here in Boston. Looking forward to seeing my son hopefully do a good showcase for some colleges. So have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend. I'll be back with Monday's market outlook. So I'll talk to you guys later.